I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
It's Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is another request for Devin through PayPal. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request pretty much anything, review, re-review, movie topic, any topic, reaction, whatever type of video, you request either directly sending it to my PayPal or joining my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you so much. I'm still on the slow train of recovery for being sick, but this one is for Happy Hunting, which I had never even heard of this film. Obviously, based on the title, I could gather it's a take on The Most Dangerous Game, and it is. And there's been many films dealing with that subject. Quite a few of them I've reviewed. I mean, The Naked Prey, I reviewed that, and I enjoyed it. That's from way back in the day, in the 60s, I believe. There was Surviving the Game, fun one. Ice-T, Gary Busey, Roger Hauer. I reviewed that film. That's a fun one. Technically, The Running Man kind of falls into that. That's one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. And of course, Hard Target. Hard Target is like a personal favorite movie of mine. This one sucked ass. I mean, you know what? I probably would rather watch Hard Target 2 than watch this fucking movie. And I didn't like Hard Target 2, which should have had a different title. This one, though, making my voice to either it doesn't really do much to differentiate itself from other movies that feature the Most Dangerous Game type of story, and then the stuff it does do, it's like, really? That's what you're going with? Because that's what people don't realize when you review films. Let's say you talk about two films, and one film you talk about, oh, I love that it's a simple story. Then the other one you go, oh, I hate that it's too simple of a story. People go, well, what's the difference? If I go into another 30 minutes to talk about how, yeah, it's a simple story, but it's told well. It's told well from a variety of script, dialogue, acting, side characters, quirky humor, interesting humor, sly humor, clever humor, a twist that made sense, and it's like, okay, that was clever, not groan-inducing. And a film like this, where some of it is simple and it's just rather mediocre and pedestrian, and then the stuff that's trying to have this message about how these people, they're hunting this guy because he's an alcoholic. And the story about the film is the lead guy's an alcoholic battling addiction. We see that he wants to get to his daughter which I don't think he's ever even met, because he just found out recently, and the mom has died, and she's in Mexico. So he's traveling. He stops by this border town called Bedford Flats. Before that, he's in this type of meeting. Something goes wrong. People die. He runs off. He's the type of guy that gets the shakes. So if he doesn't have alcohol for a while, he'll still... That's when you got it bad, when you got the shakes. It's funny, I was fine until I started talking about this fucking movie, then my voice decided to revolt. My voice and throat decided to revolt, and me not wanting to talk about this piece of shit, not wanting to talk about this fucking movie, but I will. I mean, the look of the film is alright if you're okay with a filter that things seem a bit more golden yellow tinted. Maybe not piss yellow like Assassination Games with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but a little bit like a golden look to it. There's some decent shots by the director. The lead guy is okay, although at times seems like he's doing a much lesser Kurt Russell impression, or maybe Kurt Russell isn't even the lead guy is alright, but could be better, a lot better. Anyway, he gets to this town. He wanders into this sobriety group because there's free shit there. He meets this guy named Steve, who seems like a nice guy. He's got a wife. They invite him over for dinner. He was knocked out. He wakes up. He's with a group of 4 other people, tied up. And like the lead guy is in this serious story, maybe battling alcohol addiction and the shades and wanting to see his daughter, and like he's a much serious movie. But then the villains are trying to be a little bit cartoonish. They're trying to be a little bit silly, over the top, where the sheriff is talking to the townspeople. Oh, hello everybody, we got a game. I'm like, you're not fucking... I'm having a brain fart. You're not fucking Killian from The Running Man. Calm the fuck down. But, you know, you have the sheriff, and he's got a piece of shit grandson, and these other people, and a group of hunters are going to chase these guys. These 3, 2 guys and a girl, might as be called Becky, Daryl, and his other brother Daryl. I don't know their fucking names. Then you have this guy who's a bar owner, and he's a sniper. And then you have the nice couple that fucked over the lead guy. And almost immediately, the 4 of the, at least 3 of the, with him it's 5 people. Almost immediately 3 of them die. One gets hit with an arrow and then hit by the truck. One tries to play coy and tries to suck dick, but doesn't work out. Hey, look, I got one for you. It didn't work out. This has some shitty CGI blood, and that doesn't help matters. And then a chunk of the film is him being hunted in the desert. Really not that exciting, not that thrilling. You want to see a movie like this done better? Go watch Revenge. It's a French film that came out maybe 2018, not that long ago. And then you type in Revenge. It's a French film. This is labeled as a horror film. I don't know why. This is a horror film. You don't label Surviving the Game a horror film. So I don't consider this horror. Hell, Revenge, I'll consider that horror with the crazy practical gore. Because that was a film about this lady who, she's with this guy. The guy's married. She goes along with that, but then the guy is letting his friends fucking rape her and all this. So she's like, I'm going to tell your wife on you. Fuck this shit. Big mistake. She gets pushed off this cliff. She gets impaled. and by luck, karma, whatever, she survives. And just, that's a badass revenge film. Very gory, very satisfying. Everything this film is not. Or you know what? A lot of people did not like The Hunt. My friend Effrey didn't like The Hunt. That's cool. I thought that was much better than this shit. You're not gonna fucking beat me. I'm gonna finish this fucking review. You don't let me talk about it. This movie, it's just, a lot of it's just mediocre and boring, or it's just stupid shit, like a scene where this grandson is playing like a shit. Remember that game Lethal Enforcers? You have like the like real people walking by and you shoot them with a zap gun. It's that kind of thing, and it's called Bloodbath. But the guy's playing with a goddamn Nintendo zapper. Okay. I guess that's one of its attempts at humor. The idea of a guy being hunted, but he's dealing with withdrawals and the shapes, that could work. But this doesn't utilize it as nearly as much as it could have. Nearly as much as it could have. Instead, you get scenes like the three dumber dumbest chasing after him, and they kill the fourth guy, and they walk in, and our lead throws this pesticide canister and blinds the three. You get a lot of shitty CGI smoke, obviously CGI smoke, poor editing, makes a guy hit himself with an arrow, shitty CGI, kills one person. There's the girl, hits her in the neck with an axe. You don't get to see much shit because of the shitty CGI smoke. The CGI blood doesn't help either. Oh, before that, the nice couple was chasing after him, and the lead got his coat, his shirt, grabbed the lady, yanked her down, and by yanking her out of the car, kills her, just hit her head and died. So her husband Steve goes crazy, and then you realize, well, Steve was just like the lead guy. He was hunted too. So he was hunted by these people, then came back. Then they go, oh wow, you've been fixed. You're one of us now. Then he joined them, got a wife, got married, and now that his wife is dead, he goes crazy, kills a nearby townspeople, runs off to find the lead guy. The sheriff and the grandson chase him, and the Steve kills both of them. The sheriff and the grandson. Well, wait a minute, so you were hunted like the lead guy, but then you decide to join them as well and kill people, but then you're pissed off that a guy, I don't know, did what you would have done? I get that he was your wife, pal, but then maybe you should take your wife and you should have gotten the fuck out of Dodge. Go to Hawaii. Go to the fucking Bahamas. Get neck into Tahiti. Tahiti's. Whatever. It's your stupid ass fucking fault, but whatever. More time for shitty CGI blood. The lead guy deals with the sniper and does a stupid fucking thing, which someone can have to explain it to me. He has a shotgun. He's got like 5, 6 shotgun shells. Why the fuck does he load them one at a time? I'm pretty sure a shotgun can take more than one goddamn shotgun shell. Oh, they did that for stupidity's sake, to try to have a suspenseful scene where the guy's coming after him. He's got to get that last shotgun shell in. I'm like, why didn't you load them all in the first place, you stupid? This is a stupid attempt at trying to find a way to get suspense out of the scene. And then it ends with... People think the bit in Rambo 3 is stupid. And Shoot 'em Up did this, but that was more of a crazy, weird action comedy that works with how frenetic it is. This guy takes a shotgun shell, takes a knife. I guess this works. Let me know. There's a shotgun shell. Here's a knife. He goes, hits the knife hard at the back of the shotgun shell, and shoots out and kills the guy. It does hurt the guy's hand. To me, I thought it'd be fucking crippled, but guess not. But it's hurt. It's hurt at least a little bit. Oh, and then shitty CGI blood. And then the lead guy runs. He gets this big fence, so I guess the border. There's a cave system underground. He gets in there. Steve arrives. I knew you'd be here. You know, this is where I was, where I hid from those fuckers. Then why did you help him on this fucking hunt? If you hated these people that hunted you, why did you come back and fucking help them? For years. Because in dialogue about how that hunt was years and years ago. Why did you help year after year with these guys then? It's just fucking stupid. It's like when you watch these Saw films and it's like, well, yeah, this guy tortured me and almost ripped my fucking head off and made me cut my leg off, but now I like him. I know there's that effect where, like, a hostage situation and the hostage has sympathy for the hostage taker. I guess they were going that route when they do this shit. Steve fights the lead, and the lead is able to get some alcohol. The guy has like a flare, spits, and Steve's head catches on fire, and horrible, terrible fucking CGI. And then the ending is the real capper for how shitty this was. He gets to Mexico. He's had tried to call his daughter, and the guy gets shot in the neck randomly by some random Mexicans who don't know anything what's going on. Just, wow, look, a gringo trying to come into Mexico. Wow, someone's trying to sneak into our territory. And then the lead looks up and laughs after he's been shot in the neck. I guess it's supposed to be the director's take on irony. Isn't it ironic? Yes, I did the fucking Lance Morissette song. You know what's ironic? You know what's ironic? How about an iron up your fucking ass? That's ironic. How about you take your knickknacks, put them together, and put them in your fucking mouth, all the way down your fucking esophagus? Stupid ass movie. Fuck this fucking film. 5.1 is way too fucking high. Unless maybe you are high. This movie, of all the most dangerous game films you can watch, why the fuck would you want to watch this? Hell, this movie is so fucking bullshit. It ripped, the fucking poster is even a rip off. If I can fucking remember, over here is probably the poster for this movie. I'm going to try to remember to put the poster for another film I reviewed, which is a much better movie, called Blue Ruin. I reviewed that not too long ago, Blue Ruin. I'm going to try to put it over here if I remember. Wow, the same fucking poster. And apparently one of the directors of this movie is Mel Gibson's son. Tell you one thing, he didn't learn anything from his dad, then. Just, I like stories about the most dangerous game. It's simple, but it can be very effective because we can relate to, at least think of the idea of what would happen if you were thrust in a situation where people were hunting you. I mean, Judgment Night, that's another good example of that with Emilio Estevez, which I believe I reviewed long ago, I believe. But that's a great movie. Dennis Leary, Cuba Gooding Jr., Stephen Dorff. This movie, it just, you watch it, the lead guy's in one movie, the villains are in a different movie. The ending is insulting bullshit, trying to be clever and ironic, and instead just we go, well, I truly wasted my motherfucking time. And then the horrible CGI blood, the one scene with the horrible CGI smoke from the pesticide canister, the comeuppance or the bad guys are not that fucking satisfying, not in the slightest. Some one fucking guy who's a hunter, but then he goes crazy because his wife died, but then it's like, well, wait a minute, they hunted you, now you bring that shit up? Yeah, I know where he is, because that's where I was when I hid from you fuckers. Well, obviously you didn't think of them much as fuckers, because you went back year after year, you stayed there year after year to help their sorry asses. Steve, why don't you go fucking hunt them instead? Since they're the true fucking reason you're in the situation, you stupid crazy fuck. So, how do you make this better? A better ending, practical fucking effects, more satisfying kills for the comeuppance of the bad guys. Maybe have a finale where the guy, he has the shakes and he can barely deal with it, and he's having to fight one or two people, and then he's able to overcome it. He gets over cold turkey, almost dies from it. It's a redemption story. He goes back in the town. He kicks ass, wipes the fucking town. Just the whole town is in on it. Not 2 or 4 or 7. The whole town. Maybe burns the fucking town to the ground. Make the villains creepy, and in the same movies the lead guy, because the lead guy's in a more serious movie and the bad guys at times think they're in a more sillier movie. And then he goes in across the border. You can have some Mexicans there, but they don't want to fuck with him because he's, if you remember the image of Nicolas Cage and Mandy where he's bloody head to toe, you could have that and people like, this gringo's crazy. I don't know why the hell. Dios mío, yes. He goes to see his daughter, or he finds like a pump, cleans himself up, sees his daughter in the movie, and maybe did, work with the lead actor, give a little bit of a stronger performance. But hey, what do I know? Happy hunting. I'd rather have some happy fucking. Hell, if I put a thumb up my ass and did the impersonation of a jackhammer, I'd have more of a happy fucking than this happy hunting. And it's one of those films trying to be funny because there's serious stuff, but there's very goofy songs. Because, hey, you know what? Again, people did not like The Hunt, but I thought that film was more clever and more entertaining. Definitely more satisfying ending than this. I thought its writing was more clever. This film seems like it wants to have its cake and eat it too, with trying to send a message, but also have a action film. I think The Hunt did that much more successfully than this. So, or I could just go rewatch Hard Target and Surviving the Game and Judgment Night and many others. So, fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Later.